Hello everyone, welcome to our new series. We've got a special series over the next few weeks that will take us up to February half term, and it's called Growing in God's Love. And we're going to learn lots and lots of things about God's love, about how amazing it is and how big it is and how we can't ever be separated from it. But before we do that, I think I need to introduce you to Dexter. Yes, that's you. This is Dexter. Dexter used to live with my friend Joanna, but now he's come to live with us, haven't you, Dexter? And Dexter loves children. He loves playing and talking to children, and he loves their grown-ups as well, don't you? Yeah. And he'd like to say hello, I think. But do you know how dogs say hello to each other? Yeah, they sniff. So Dexter's going to have a little bit of a sniff and see if he thinks that he's going to like you. So, are you ready, Dexter? Are you ready, children? Ready to be sniffed? Here we go. He's got a good sniffing nose. What do you think, Dexter? Are they nice children? Yes, they are. Oh, he loves you. And what about their grown-ups? What do you think about them? Oh, not so sure about the grown-ups? Are you sure? Do you think they're nice grown-ups? You do. Oh, that's good. That's good. So what we're going to do today is we're going to learn a verse from the Bible, and then we're going to have a song and a story, just like we would do if we were at toddlers or if we were at little fishes. And we'll see how that goes. And if you want to comment on anything, you can let us know on the comments below, or you can get in touch with us a different way. So our Bible verse for today is in the New Testament, and it's in 1 John chapter 4 and verse 8. And it says this, it says, God is love. Just 3 words. Just 3 words. God is love. And if you remember those 3 words, then you've remembered a piece of the Bible. And that is amazing. So see if you can remember that for next week. God is love. Now, if God is love, how big is God's love? Probably very big. How big is God? Is there anybody bigger than God? Oh, Dexter thinks there isn't anybody bigger than God. Well, let's listen to our song. You'll know this song from Sunday school. We're going to listen to a song, and then we're going to have another chat and a bit of a story.
Daddy holds us in his hand.
All of that singing and dancing has worn old Dexter out, so he's just going to have a sit there while I read the story. And the story is called Someone to Love, and it's the story of how God made the world. Long, long ago, there was God, but there were no people for him to love. No big people, no little people, not even any baby people. And the world was a dark and empty place. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light, and the light was good, but there was still no people for God to love. God made the day, and he made the night. He made the beautiful blue sky, but there were still no people for God to love. God moved the waters into one place so that there would be dry ground. And then he made all kinds of plants and trees appear. Can you see some trees there? I wonder what kind of fruit's growing on that tree. God put the big yellow sun in the daytime sky. And he put twinkling stars and the glowing moon in the night sky. And the plants and the trees and the sun and the stars and the moon were all very good, but there was still no people for God to love. Then God made birds to fly in the sky and fish to swim in the sea. He made the animals to run and play in the green grass. Can you see all the different kinds of animals? God's world was no longer empty. It was full of wonderful things, but there were still no people for God to love. So God made a man and a woman. God named the man Adam, and Adam named the woman Eve. And now there were people for God to love. And since that time, God has loved all the big people and all the little people and even all the baby people who have ever lived in his beautiful, beautiful world. And that's the end of the story. There we go. Now then, normally at Toddlers or Little Fishes we have some crafts and activities for you to do. So we've got a couple of things that you might like to try. One of the first things is a craft, and we've done this before. We did it over Christmas, but can you see what I've made here? Very thin salt dough hearts. And you could make these and you could give them to the people or send them in the post to the people that you can't see right now but that you really love and you want to show them that you love them. You could even write their names on the back or paint their names on the back. So if you want to make salt dough, it's very, very easy. You just need some regular flour, plain flour, and some salt and some water. And whatever measure you use, whether you use a big spoon or a cup or a smaller cup, whatever measure you use 2 of flour, 1 of salt and 1 of water. And you mix it all together till it's really well mixed and knead it and then roll it out like pastry, and then you can cut shapes. I made these by hand, but you can use a cutter if you have a pastry cutter or a Play-Doh cutter. And then you just need to bake it in a low oven, low temperature, for about 2 hours or until you think it's nice and hard so that it won't go mouldy. So that's a craft idea for you to have a go at. And then there is a lovely little game that you can play, and all you need for this game is some paper that you can cut into heart shapes. There's some patterned paper there and some plain paper there. And then you can write a message, and these can be like little love letters. And you can hide them around your house or outside if it's dry. You can hide them around the house and go and find them. And whoever finds them brings them back. And then they go and hide them. And you can write all sorts of things on your little love letters. And one thing that this will remind us of is that the Bible is just like God's love letter to us, because it tells us all about his great big love for all of us. So, hope some of those ideas will be useful. We're going to have one more song and then we'll have our last story and say bye-bye. So here's the next song. Well, surprise, surprise, the song is me just singing like we do at Little Fishes. So I'm sorry, there's no accompaniment, there's just going to be me. So I need you all to join in. Dexter's going to join in, aren't you, Dexter? Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to sing our song that we normally sing at Little Fishes at the end, which is Jesus' Love is Very Wonderful. And it starts with some clapping, and then in the middle, you'll know when, there's going to be actions where you have to stretch really high, and then you have to stretch really as far down as you can go, and then stretch as wide as you can go. Okay, so I need you all to join in and we'll sing the song together. Are you ready? Ready, Dexter? Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. His love is so high, you can't get over it. So low, you can't get under it. So wide, you can't get out of it. Oh, wonderful love. Yay! Well done, everyone. Well done. Okay, everyone, time for our last story. And this story is called, you might know this story, it's called I Love You As Big As the World. And this story is about how much we can love our mummies and daddies, or our nanas and granddads, and how much they love us. And the reason why we can love is because God made us that way. God made us just like him, that we could love each other. So let's have a look at how many ways we can love. I love you as big as the world. I love you as deep as the sea. Look at all those fish. I love you as bright as the sun. I love you and I know that you love me. I love you as blue as the sky. Can you remember who made the sky? Yeah, it was God, wasn't it? I love you as long as the days. I love you as high as the mountaintop. I love you in so many ways. They look like they're having fun, don't they? I love you as strong as the wind. And I love you as soft as the dew. I love you as far as a star. And I love you because you are you. That's right. Oh, you're a nice dog. You're a nice dog, Dexter, aren't you? Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed hearing all about love and how much God loves us. And next week we'll see you for the next episode of Growing in God's Love. Take care. Bye-bye. Say bye, Dexter. Bye-bye.